A massive breakthrough in defense exports. Pakistan and Indonesia are closing in on a multi-billion-dollar agreement involving the sale of over 40 JF-17 Thunder Block III fighter jets. Following Indonesian Defense Minister Jafri Shamsuddin's visit to Islamabad, sources confirm the deal also includes the Sharpar 2 drone system. This acquisition aims to replace Jakarta's aging fleet and signals a strategic shift in Indonesia's procurement policy towards cost-effective, non-Western platforms that come without political strings attached. In a major diplomatic gesture to the interim government in Bangladesh, Pakistan has formally offered a $1 billion credit line to support Dhaka's military modernization. This financial facility is specifically earmarked for the procurement of Pakistani hardware, including the JF-17 Thunder and armored personnel carriers. The offer, made during recent high-level talks, is designed to fast-track the rebuilding of defense ties between the two nations, bypassing the liquidity crunch currently facing the Bangladeshi treasury. The Ministry of Information has categorically rejected rumors that Pakistan has handed over the Dalbandin and Pasni air bases to the US military. In a strong rebuttal to social media speculation, officials clarified that no American aircraft are operating from Pakistani soil to conduct surveillance or strikes against Iran. The government termed these reports as hostile propaganda, aimed at sabotaging Pakistan-Iran relations during a critical period of regional volatility. Defense Minister Khawaja Asif has arrived in Casablanca to seal a new defense cooperation pact with Morocco. The visit has culminated in the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding, MoU, that expands joint military training and intelligence sharing. Key to the agenda is Rabat's interest in Pakistan's counter-terrorism expertise and potential acquisitions of light weaponry. This MoU formally institutionalizes the defense relationship, opening the door for Pakistani defense industries to enter the North African market. From Gwadar to Washington, this is Pak Geo Defense Update, Pakistan's voice in the world of defense and geopolitics. Please subscribe. We move now to the northern sector, where security forces have launched a large-scale intelligence-based operation, IBO, in the Kohistan region. The operation targets a cluster of high-value miscreants believed to be planning attacks on critical infrastructure projects, including the Dasu hydropower containment site. Local administration officials confirm that helicopter gunships and Special Services Group, SSG, commandos have been deployed to flush out sleeper cells hiding in the remote mountainous terrain. This surge in activity follows intelligence reports of militants attempting to disrupt the flow of logistics along the Karakoram highway. The military has established a cordon around key valleys, effectively sealing escape routes. Analysts view this sanitation operation as a prerequisite for the safety of Chinese engineers returning to the area, signaling the state's zero-tolerance policy for any threat to the CPEC corridor. On the diplomatic front, Islamabad is facing renewed pressure regarding the war in Ukraine but is holding the line on neutrality. Despite the escalation of the conflict in Europe, and the deployment of deep strike capabilities by NATO, the Foreign Office has reiterated its policy of active non-alignment. Sources reveal that during recent back-channel talks with Western envoys, Pakistan declined requests to supply specific large-caliber artillery ammunition directly to Kyiv, citing its own national security imperatives and the need to maintain balanced relations with Moscow for energy stability. This stance is becoming increasingly complex to maintain as global supply chains bifurcate. However, Islamabad argues that its role remains that of a peacemaker, offering humanitarian aid while refusing to become a party to the kinetic conflict, a position that distinguishes it from other major non-NATO allies. In Rawalpindi, a significant shift in defense industrial strategy is underway. Air Chief Marshal Ahmed Baber Sidhu has concluded a series of high-intensity meetings aimed at fast-tracking joint defense production. Following discussions with the visiting Indonesian delegation and Chinese technical teams, the Air Chief has ordered the immediate operationalization of new joint working groups. The objective is to move beyond simple buyer-seller relationships toward co-production and technology transfer. The focus is on indigenizing the supply chain for avionics and smart munitions. By setting up these rapid response working groups, the Air Headquarters aims to cut bureaucratic red tape that has historically slowed down joint ventures. This directive is seen as a move to future-proof the Pakistan Air Force, ensuring that wartime sustainment is not held hostage to foreign supply lines in the event of a protracted conflict. Tensions across the eastern border have spiked following a stark warning from the Indian Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi, speaking on the ongoing Operation Sindoor, revealed that Indian forces have completed a major mobilization and were fully prepared for a ground offensive across the line of control. He stated that the Indian Army had identified 8 active terror camps, 6 opposite the lock and 2 near the international border, and warned that New Delhi is ready to cross the border to neutralize them if provocation continues. This is one of the most direct threats of land warfare in recent years. The mention of a ground offensive rather than just surgical airstrikes suggests a shift in Indian military doctrine toward larger-scale punitive incursions. Pakistani defense analysts interpret this as signaling a limited war posture, designed to test Pakistan's nuclear threshold under the guise of counter-terror operations. In the Horn of Africa, a major geopolitical rupture has occurred. The Somali government has officially cancelled all security and port management deals with the United Arab Emirates. The cabinet in Mogadishu voted to annul the agreements concerning the strategic ports of Berbera, Bosaso, and Kismayo, citing severe violations of sovereignty. The dispute erupted after the UAE allegedly bypassed the federal government to deal directly with regional breakaway states. Somali officials accused Abu Dhabi of undermining national unity and have ordered the immediate withdrawal of UAE military trainers from the country. This decision creates a vacuum in the Red Sea security architecture, one that rivals like Turkey and Qatar may be poised to fill. It marks a bold assertion of authority by Mogadishu but risks alienating a powerful Gulf donor, potentially destabilizing the fragile Somali economy. Finally, a revelation that is reshaping the narrative of the May 2025 Pakistan-India conflict. Beijing has officially confirmed the first combat victory of its J-10C fighter jet. In a report published by the state-run Xinhua news agency, China's State Administration of Science, Technology and Industry for National Defense stated that the export version of the J-10 achieved a confirmed kill against a high-performance Western aircraft, identified by defense sources as a Rafale, during the border skirmishes last May. The report highlights that the J-10C used its advanced ESA radar and PL-15 long-range missiles to engage the target from a standoff distance, suffering no losses in the engagement. This official confirmation from China is unprecedented. It serves as a massive marketing endorsement for the jet but also validates the Pakistan Air Force's claims of air superiority during the crisis. For military observers, this is the first concrete proof that Chinese aerial technology has effectively challenged Western dominance in a real-world combat scenario. That's enough for today. Share your thoughts in comments section, and please answer today's question.